Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Aquarius. This is for the person most on your mind. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Aquarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Aquarius, I'm using the Greenwich Tarot by Ann Moura, and I see these cards are just wanting to flip out, so let's call them up. We have the Star and the Ten of Swords, so focusing on truth and getting the truth and having that end of a cycle come in, knowing the truth. We had this one, I was looking at this one. See, we have a Nine of Pentacles, so really focused, your destiny. This is you coming in here, the Star card, Aquarius. Looking forward to putting something to an end and having the truth come, and because of work that you've done in the past, you're getting that confirmation. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. So again, it's that determination, that self-centered focus where you want to go off on your own, you want to do your own thing. And then I see this card with the King of Cups. So fire and water, it's really passionate. And then of course the Eight of, which is the Crone, which would be Strength card. Here in this deck, it's being very determined to work on what you want, and to work on what you want to come out of the efforts that you've put in. That King of Cups is making an offer, receiving an offer, someone coming to you. Again, we're looking at the person most on your mind. So if you're dealing with a water sign, it's quite possible that they will make the effort to come forward, to be honest. You could be dealing with a fire sign as well, with that Queen of Wands, or that's your energy, that you are so determined to get to the truth. We have the Three of Cups with the Ace of Wands. So there's conversation for reconciliation, an offer, commitment. Maybe you are dealing with someone who is a water sign or a fire sign, either or you are dealing with that energy. The person most on your mind is wanting to come forward. Present an offer, proposal of sorts. I mean, it's depending on who you're thinking about. We have the Ten of Wands, so another completion with the Page of Pentacles. So again, the focus, we come right back to the focus on putting an end to something, putting down a burden. What was difficult is now easing up. The time between you, the effort that you may have put into a relationship, maybe you felt it was going nowhere, or you weren't getting that feedback. Now you will be. We have the High Priest. So again, it's a very, very strong offer, and I'm seeing the Ten of Swords come back with the Seven of Cups. So some form of confusion may be coming to an end. We have a double seven, so it's quite difficult for the person most on your mind, but they are pushing through. If it is that they are coming to you with a proposal, whatever that proposal may be for you in your situation, if it's romantic, if it's friendships of colleagues, business associates, or romance. I mean, it's really your situation that determines what kind of proposal. All right, let's see where we go from here. Again, I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid for reading the energy, which is your energy, their energy, and how, you know, where they are within the situation that you are in, and where you are, and how you come out and how they come out of this situation. I cut the deck and I flipped one portion of the deck over, so there's going to be reversals showing, and I find That creates a nice depth when it comes to reading those oracle cards, because the reverse form is quite intriguing. Helps to gain understanding or deeper understanding. Cards are splitting here. We have the Star again and the Four of Swords with the Three of Swords. So another 7, which is a difficult 7. We had 3 sevens showing up. So 777 could be that there is a luck factor involved. Could be that it's quite difficult to come together or to express one's thoughts, one's ideas, and that could be for the person most on your mind. If it's not for you, Aquarius, you may be having that difficulty, but your focus is on following what you want, and it could be for them too, that they are following what they want. And we have cards letting go. 5 of Pentacles, overcoming that sense of not belonging. That Ace of Swords is to show that there is a victory there. And of course, the Tower showing up here is that it's a confirmation that things are definitely going to change. And the High Priest just let go. So that says that either you or them, or both of you, I mean, puts it in your situation if you're really trying to manifest your desire. Your focus is becoming stronger and stronger. Your intuition is on point, and you can tell what is coming next by just, you know, taking that time to sit and think and focus on what you want. Cards are not letting go here. We have the Queen of Cups with the Temperance card, and again, it's focused on intuition at this point. We have the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, so coming up to the same level. And again, the Star card is showing at the bottom. So Aquarius, your focus really is on point. You're really taking that time to go over details. You've gone over details, and now you're really just reeling in. Whatever's coming to you is because of effort that you put out before. Same for the person most on your mind. Their efforts is paying off because they're coming closer and closer to you. It's coming in increments. That's why I keep getting all these cards coming out. It's coming in increments, and being that the 7s, I got 3 sevens showing up, coming to the end of the shuffle. We have 14, which is double 7 put together, and then we have the Queen, which is High Priestess mixed in with earthly qualities of intuition. So it's stronger and stronger and stronger. Your intuition, your intuitive powers, their intuitive powers, both of you are feeding off of each other, or will be feeding off of each other, because these cards are coming in increments. And then we see the 10 of Pentacles, another 10. So we have 3 10s, 3 7s. 2 times we show up with intuitive powers, and the Star card keeps coming around. So it's really set in the stars what is coming between you and the person most on your mind. To complete this reading, I have the thoughts of the person most on your mind. I'm using the Lover's Oracle, which is author is unknown, because there was no booklet coming in with that. So I have no idea who wrote or created that deck, but it's the Lover's Oracle. Works very well for the thoughts of the person most on your mind. 9-card spread we're using for this read, and starting off with the situation between you. This is how you deal with that, and this is how they do. So let me see how the cards line up. I know there's a line of light that I can't seem to get rid of. It's okay. This is Spirit's advice if you choose to follow it. This is how the play out shows through this card, how you are dealing with Spirit's advice. And of course, this is how the person most on your mind will be dealing with Spirit's advice. And this is a potential outcome, because nothing I say is written in stone. And whoops, this is how you deal with that outcome, or how you are affected by the outcome. And then this is how they are, the person most on your mind. Now, we practically did a whole reading with the shuffle, so let's see where the cards here bring us to round off that shuffle read. Six of Wands, there is pride. There is lots of pride involved here, but there is victory. We saw that with the Ace of Swords. Here we see our Six of Wands, so really moving towards what we want and feeling that competitive nature between you, or just feeling competitive, that it's a challenge between you to come together to have a relationship. Here we have the Four of Wands on your side. So again, we have 6 and the 4. So it's completing a cycle. We want to get to that end. We want to either put an end to a situation of struggling to get together and finally come together, or you really are focused on going off on your own, wanting to rise above, and there's that competitive level again. It could be for business, could be for relationships that are not in the romantic sphere. And this is not for everybody. You take it as it resonates. Your Four of Wands is you rising to the occasion, coming up, wanting to celebrate, wanting to get together with particular people, feeling that need to join forces, create a contract, get married, etc. You know where you fit, but you are moving in that positive light. And here the person most on your mind is going through quite a radical change. They are, again, all those 10s that we saw. Is that a rooster? I just realized a rooster. Okay, so unexpected change and growing from situations that either have ended or have come to an end, because we saw the 10 of Swords, where all brutal truth is being laid out, and this could be where they stand. They are either receiving brutal truth, giving brutal truth, or reckoning with certain truth, and therefore changing their whole outlook on this relationship with you, or having gone through a certain tumultuous time with other people, could be anybody. They're breaking away from that mindset and focusing more on the relationship with you, because they feel there is a victory to have with you in that sense, or they're breaking away from you, depending on the person most on your mind in your situation. The Tower is coming down. That means they are either waking up to certain truths, or they are experiencing great tumultuous change from within. They're going through it. They're really feeling like they've been shocked. Certain truths has probably shocked them, or they are doing the shocking. Yeah, it's quite evident there. It's really powerful. I can really feel that it's happening. It's really in the now. Could have been days ago, if not weeks. It doesn't feel so like weeks. It feels very fresh. Okay. Oof. It's making me have to take a breath there. Spirit's advice, again, coming up with the truth, speaking. It's really pushing that effort verbally, not just moving, but it's in verb, it's in speaking, it's in getting it out, meaning that they can't keep it in any longer. So this is probably what is the shock, or that sense of gravity that I'm feeling, where they really need to let it out. Someone needs to speak, and it could be both of you, because you're being challenged. It's very competitive to either not speak or to speak, or what you want to say. Spirit is saying that you really need to go for it. You really need to express what you think, what you feel. It's can't help but see the bottom of the deck, and we have holding back here. So it's having the courage to step forward, and this knight has no fear. He's just moving forward. He's blasting through. Whatever he says is the truth. He's not afraid to speak his mind. And that's what Spirit is saying, that you have it within you. Both of you do, depending on the situation here. And here we are getting that confirmation of your intuition being on point, and that you are becoming stronger. Again, the challenge is in that you need to express your thoughts and your feelings, and to do it in a way that brings that attention to you, because you want to be noticed. The person most on your mind is going over details, working hard, and really putting that effort in to make something just right. It could be the proposal that needs to come from them, or that they are preparing for the future. They are working hard here. They are really putting that effort in. They're making changes. Again, it's really catastrophic. It's a mindset that's completely going the other way. It is movement. It is all in everything that could happen in one. They've made up their mind, and they're moving on what they've made up their mind on. They are working hard at putting that effort in, and they are not, and they're fearless. This is what Spirit is saying here, that to be fearless, to be fearless. What would be the outcome is in that the Four of Cups show that that feeling of dissatisfaction is turned over. Because we're putting effort in and giving the details, we're healing that feeling of it's not enough, it's always the same, I want something different. They're putting that effort in to bring something different to the table. Again, it's a challenge. They're feeling that challenge to speak, to address, to show their effort. You, on the other hand, are very independent. Again, it started off with that Queen of Wands, being that you're able to take care of yourself. You're able to move on your own, and you're feeling that if things don't change, you don't want to be dealing with that sense of boredom, that sense of person most on my mind is not pushing any effort in. Well, you see that they are. You see that they are, and you don't want to have that. You're thinking that you might need to go away and take care of yourself, go on your own, because of that. Because that you feel that you're not getting that attention or that recognition, not just attention, but the recognition. Again, you need to speak. Spirit is saying, don't keep it in. Don't hold back. Speak the mind. You're able to take care of yourself. You need to address that with them. If it is that you feel that you have to go on your own, then you need to speak that. And that's probably what they're waiting for. Just if it is that you are willing to turn away from them, then they're going to put that extra effort in to keep you. But they're already doing it, whether they sense you're wanting to move off or not. And here we have what would be Justice card. Here's the Standing Stone. Again, it's dealing with destiny. It's dealing, that Star card kept coming around. This is inevitable. This justice it's really karmic. They have to do what is required of them. And if it is that they are making those changes, it is because they're triggered to do so. They may have guilt in resonating with this relationship and needing to go over details and needing to find that strength to come out and speak to you or make the proposal depending on your situation, what kind of proposal. It is really them that needs to come forward, and they're feeling it. They're knowing it. They're not just feeling it, they're knowing it, because they are most likely sensing that you want to take off. You want to go off on your own. Again, we saw the tens come up. We had 10 of wands, 10 of swords, being that it's truth and the difficulty in maintaining a relationship or consistency within the relationship. Having that sense of happiness, it could be that they want it could come to an end, is what they're thinking, that maybe if they don't make a move, what happiness is may not come, because we did not see the 10 of cups. We saw the 10 of pentacles, which is abundance, which is your legacy, wanting to start something with you. You are holding that pentacle to create this legacy, and they want to have something with you, or they are really working hard at trying to convince you that they do. Your intuition is pushing you away or taking you away from this relationship. Now, it is really up to you to decide to what level you want to go, because there is a dilemma here. Again, it comes back to the Ace of Swords, wanting to have that victory, wanting to speak the truth in order for you to come together and make that decision. Have that open deliberation between you. Again, it's competitive. There's a competitive sense between you where you need to talk it out. You need to really share. Again, 6 of wands with the page here. So we're coming full circle with our 6 of wands, and then we have the 10 of cups that didn't show before. If it is that you want to have that sense of happiness, we saw the 7 of cups. We saw the commitment. We see now the 8 of swords, where there is a mindset that needs to change. And this is where the person most on your mind may be having that difficulty, because we're holding back. Again, we see full circle come to our strength card with the devil showing up here, is that they're focused on, they're really stubborn. Either they don't want to let go of the happiness that's between you, or the potential of having happiness between you. They're not letting that go. They're making efforts to change. It's very, very strong, is what I was feeling at the beginning of this read. And they're feeling it's destined. That, again, with the star card that kept showing itself, it gave that impression. And we see again the 10 of swords with our Ace of wands. All the cards that we had coming back. And we come back to the Ace of swords here with our page, being that we need to have that conversation. We need to speak. We need to hear each other out. And then, of course, this will make that determination if you want to go off on your own. Okay. Let's see, because it comes right back to you need to have that conversation. Let's see the energy between you. And again, I'm taking one card for the person most on your mind, so we could see where they are in relationship to your situation. And one card for you. And again, I did say that I flipped over portion of the deck, so some cards may come up or will come up in the reverse, not necessary for every read. Let's see the card for the person most on your mind. Oh my goodness. By the book. So they are really focused. They want to have this commitment. They're feeling destined to be in your presence. They want to make that amends or have that conversation. They're making sure that they change certain things about them and the situation between you. By the book. Okay, let's see card for you. I'm going to read both. You are in the reverse here, so it's time for A nap. Well, now you don't want to nap. Now you want to wake up. Now you want to get up and move. You don't feel like you need to rest. If you want to do, you want to go. This is the competitive side of you, the working side of you. You got something going on. You want to get things going. You are in the mode of, I want to have this. I'm ready. You don't want to sleep, which is a good thing. You come through. Okay, let's see the number 11. They're going by the book. So Aquarius, whomever you're dealing with, they are on the up and up. And if they weren't before, they're really pushing the effort to be on the up and up with you. So we are going to look at the relationship in regards to by the book. All right, let's see. In general, it is for abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, and the universal laws. So again, they are going with what they are driven and triggered by spirit. They are ready to speak or will be speaking their mind. They are making that effort to change. So keeping in check what's going on. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment. Culture and experience. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to. Your connection will deepen as a result. And this is what they are putting their efforts into. They are dealing with how they approach you, when they approach you, what they're going to say. And it's not just planning it out. It is living by the rules and what is expected of them and what they expect from a relationship. They're feeling that they're being called to do this. Aquarius, person most on your mind is really turning things around, and they're doing it with grace, and they're doing it with great respect to the relationship they have with you. Here we have time for a nap. So on your end, your energy is in a reverse state. So let's see what 24 will bring. I'm enjoying your read. I mean, I'm really enjoying doing readings for you with this spread. I'm liking it. Okay, so let's see 24. Let's see 24. Come on. Moving a little slowly here. Sorry about that. 23, 24. There we go. Time for a nap. So generally speaking, it's rest, rejuvenation, renewal, temporary non-action, and allowing dreams to arise. Well, you've gone into the reverse, so we're going to do the protection on that. Here we see you are human being, not a human doing. Again, you are human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go until you can barely see straight? I can share that with you. That's how I've been feeling this week. But yeah, Aquarius, you're working hard. You have a goal set, and you're being very competitive. You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty. You are an empty well, but now you are an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Okay, so you're giving a little too much there. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You will feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. So you've been going, as in you don't want to stop. You don't want to take a nap. And there I am saying it's a good thing. Maybe it's because I'm reflecting into it too. Yeah, I do have strong Aquarius in my chart. But it's not that it's a bad thing. It's that if you don't recognize that competitive level could turn into ego, big time ego. You could crush a very beautiful relationship on whatever level, whether it's work, romance, family. You want something so badly, and yes, I've seen it at the beginning of the cards. You want something so badly. You push and push and push, because that's Aquarius, always looking for the future, 10 steps ahead. But you need to allow the time to let things change, let things absorb. I mean, the person most on your mind is making every effort. I can't stop looking at this little rooster, but it's because there's wisdom there. If it is that they are not speaking, holding back, as we see here with our strength card, it may very well be because you're doing too much. You're overexerting. You're pushing too hard. Again, that competitive level. You thinking that they don't want, or that the situation is just boring, could just mean that it's a time for a break. Just allow. Be the nurturer. Yeah, you can take care of yourself, Aquarius. We know that. You're quite capable. You know that. But sometimes we need to just allow the next person a little space. Allow them to come forward. Give a little time. Give a little break. Okay? And she represents, on earth level, the Empress. And that is a 3 stage, like a 3 week, 3 day, 3 month, 3 year. More than likely the 3 months. And this brings us into November. So it could mean that the change that is churning and happening so suddenly, the development of that change, what becomes of that change, the beauty in that change, is probably going to show up by November for you. But you must allow and be a little patient. Okay? Let's see the thoughts of the person most on your mind, because that could bring in more confirmation as to the up and up. They're so, they're working on being a better person for this relationship, and hoping to set that example for you, or to you. See the thoughts of the person most on your mind. Spying, social network, information, ways. Okay, so they're figuring it out. They really want, they're checking you out. They're looking at how you move. They are trying to work with what you do. Seeing your speed. See, they're healing. They're thinking about what they've been through, what you both have been through, if it is that you're going through something together, or that you've set apart for some reason. There's a healing going on, a cleansing. They want to do things properly. They're changing. They're really working on what it is that they want with you. Here we have one day. There's hope. They have deep feelings for you. And they want to come to you one day, but it's taking the time it's going to take. Again, that's destiny. Take one more. And they are following their intuition. Like I said at the beginning, Aquarius, the bottom of the deck, they want a second chance. They want to reconcile. They want to make amends. And on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Aquarius, love and light.